Dashing through the snow on a four-wheel garden tractor. Through the snowbanks we go with a great big smile on too. Yeah. All right. Well, today is Sunday afternoon fireside chat, and as you can see outside, it's kind of white. Today is Sunday, December 8th. So we'll get you turned around here, and we'll get on to something more serious than me singing. All right. So you can tell, I guess, by my introduction today that we have a little bit of snow down here, and I'm some happy about it. Yeah. Anyway, we're supposed to get 5 centimeters maybe today, and I think that's probably about what we've got now, and it seems to be the snow is slowing down quite a bit compared to what it was doing. So anyway, I think the fellow across the road has got a fire going or something. I can see smoke or steam or something over there in that opening there. Yeah, right in. I get my finger in here to point at it. Oops. Over here, yeah. There you go, look at that. Right in that opening there, on the right side of the opening. It seems like he's doing something there. Oh, well, he can do what he wants. Yeah, so the weather. Weather. Oh, I still got you on Zoom, too. Look at that. There should be a little flashing light or something on these things to tell you that you still got the Zoom on. All right, so we are at -3 degrees here, Celsius, and the 26 degrees Fahrenheit. East winds at 29 miles an hour. And our forecast is supposed to be +1 today with snow. And then tonight, periods of snow mixed with rain and -2. So it seems kind of backwards, but anyway. And then Monday is -1, reasonably nice, I guess, sunny and cloud. And Tuesday is 0 cloudy. And then we have our first January thaw for this year on Wednesday and Thursday. 10 degrees both days. Then back to minus temperatures by Friday and Saturday. So this January thaw in December is probably the first of many. I don't know what is going on with the weather, but I know last year it was kind of the same thing. It seemed like you had a January thaw every week. Years ago, and I mean years ago, you'd get one January thaw, and that would be in January. Nowadays, it seems like it's December, January, February, that you get a thaw every other week. Anyway, there's enough about that. So what are we going to do today now? I'll show you this here. This was going to be a winter project. But usually my winter projects don't start until after Christmas. But anyway, and then I'm late getting to them. So for some reason I thought I should get at this because I figured this was going to be hard to do. And I'm only halfway done with it, so it still could be hard to do. But so far, I got this thing apart within a matter of half an hour. I've got to replace the bearings, and there's 2 of them. One on the top here, and then one underneath at the bottom. In there. And why I'm changing them is there was some wobble in it and some noise, but they still spun free. So it's been like that for, well, since I got it, and I've been using it like that for 2 years. But anyway, I figured I'll fix you up. There's some of the other parts down in there, if you can see them. The blade and the spindle and the pulley and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I had watched a video on this a while ago, and then I just rewatched it here last week. And great information to kind of give you an idea how to get it apart. And he did mention that it can be quite a bear to get apart and get back together. So this is why I was expecting it was going to take me quite a while to do. Anyway, this one came apart a lot easier than what he had there. So I just want to give a little shout out too. I'll get this back to where I had it. There's a site called Case Ingersoll Tractors Northeast, and they are based in Connecticut. And they work on Case Ingersoll tractors, among other things. But they do a great job on repairs, and they seem to be quite busy with Case and Ingersoll tractors. So in that area of the world, at one time, I guess those tractors were quite popular, because he's got a lot of them of his own, and he works on a lot of them. Anyway, he's got a lot of good how-to videos, and they sell parts and they sell rebuild kits, and they actually take some of the kits or some of the bits and pieces of the kits and remodify them so that they're even better than original. Anyway, thanks to, and I can't remember his name now, but thanks to them for, he and his wife do the video, and thanks to them for the video on getting the bearings out of that mowing deck that I'm working on. He did all three in the deck he was doing it. I only need to do the center one on mine. Anyway, does great videos. And they sell parts. They have a website, so they sell parts. And so you've got a Case tractor, they're the people to look into. Now, it's a little different for me because I'm in Canada, and they're in the United States. It's a little different for shipping costs and stuff like that. But if you need information, he's always willing to try and give you information on stuff too. So a big shout out to Case Ingersoll Tractors Northeast. Thanks very much. Now, as with anything that I work on, and I have to go looking for parts, it's never simple for some reason to find parts. Something that you would think that would be so simple to pick up somewhere, it's not. So this bearing, I'll set it over here where there might be a little more light on it, I guess. But anyway, the bore in here is 3/4 of an inch, so that's standard. The width is just a hair under 5/8. Just depends on how you measure it. It seems to be just a hair under 5/8, but that's sort of reasonable. But the diameter here is 1/25/32. That's the width, or the diameter of that, which seems to be an odd size, I guess. So I went around to numerous places, and no, holy cats. And I said, now what am I going to do to get a bearing? So that brings me to another topic. This internet and stuff like that, it's a great thing for getting information. And because I have these garden tractors, I am on a couple of garden tractor websites, and the people chat back and forth and post their pictures and ask questions and do whatever. So anyway, I won't say yet who it was, but there is a fellow on these sites that is great for finding different kind of things that are hard to get, and he gave me a part number for a bearing. So I went to Napa and I gave them the number eventually, and yeah, no problem, we'll have it in tomorrow. Geez, that's great, But he couldn't find this bearing at all. The sizes kind of just threw him for a loop, I guess. But and when he measured it, but anyway, once I gave him the numbers of it, everything was fine, I guess. So anyway, it's kind of so anyway. The part didn't show up because the Confederation Bridge was closed because of high winds, so high-sided vehicles were not allowed to cross the bridge. So it might be here tomorrow. It was supposed to be here Saturday. But anyway, it's a great thing, this internet, if you need to find out something like how to get something apart, there's videos on all that stuff. And it doesn't seem to matter what you want to work on, there's videos on it. And then depending on what you're into, like I'm into garden tractors, there's internet sites that people are into garden tractors. I guess it's called forums or something. Anyway, it's a great resource for this kind of stuff. I don't know what I would have done years ago if I didn't have the internet. Somehow we did get along, but I don't know, kind of forget that. So now I'm going to start to ramble and go on foolish, I suppose. I got nothing wrote down today, and I'm kind of in one of the forgetful moods, I guess. Oh yes, I better show this here. Look at this. I got my Christmas decorations out too. Ooh, boys, look at that. There now. Yes, sirree. All decorated up. Yep. Something else I did this week, and it's kind of strange, but I had a bunch of penetrating WD-40 type cans around here. I obviously don't use much of that, I guess, because when I went to use one to work on that deck over there was nothing come out of it. And I kind of knew that some of them were no pressure left in them. So anyway, there was 3 or 4 of them here that had no pressure. So I decided that I would drill holes in them and drain the stuff out of it. So that's what I did. And that's WD-40 in there. And look what's at the bottom of it. Moisture. So anyway, I'm not one to throw things out. That's why I wanted to keep that stuff. And I'm going to put it into this spray bottle here. And I'll dump in what I can without getting that water in the bottom of it into it. Anyway, might as well try and use it, and suppose that's thrown it away. So that's another thing I did this week. I guess we might as well get on to the wood here. Wood. So the hunks and chunks corner is that's all that's left of the hunks and chunks. And I am taking some of the slab wood home and the stuff that we had cut up there this summer and splitting that, and I have some split up over here. So that's moving along. So what I figured up here, I've burnt a little over a half a cord already since about the end of September. about. So, and we're kind of getting well into the December row here. There's my pickaroon. Well, they're a great tool, them things. Holy cats. So anyway, I think I took a picture of that on December 1st. So I'm hoping to remember to take a picture of that on December 31st and see where it ends up at. Just for kicks and giggles, I guess. All right, what else are we going to talk about? Well, I might as well get this off my mind because it's been kind of on my mind since last week, or this past week here. I tend to put my foot in my mouth quite a bit, and I do and say things before I think and have all the information. So anyway, last Monday, I did a video on whoever stole my father's cross and flag holder from his gravesite. And so I have found out that it was stolen, but it was stolen by the cemetery staff. And I guess I can't really say it was stolen, but anyway, it's gone, and obviously I'm not going to get it back. I talked to the young fellows in there, and they were instructed by the people who run the business that look after the gravesite to take all those crosses out, because there was a lot of them in there. They were all over the graveyard. So they were instructed to take them all out. So they had a bunch in the building there, and I went through them all, and of course mine wasn't there. I guess I can kind of see their point to a way. Of course, the young fellows don't know all the story behind it. They were just told to take them out. So he figured that the people that run the graveyard were kind of annoyed at all these crosses around in the place and other things in the graveyard that the people put in but never come back to look after them, and they get in bad condition and look bad and all that kind of stuff. Well, I can see their point, but mine was not. But anyway, it's gone. And the ones that I looked at were definitely in bad shape. They were all rusted and the paint was gone and this and that and whatever. And the other thing I would say they wanted them out of there for is because it makes it easier for them to cut the grass and go around the stones and all that stuff. Well, yeah, I can see that too, but you know. Anyway, I guess it's just the way it's going. Not much I can do about that. They run the place, so it's really, in a way, it's my father paid for that spot, and he's using it at the moment. So you would think I could put something there in the ground, but anyway. And I know the fellow that used to run the graveyard maintenance system. He was even worse. So. But if you go by his stone, all his stuff is still around it that somebody put there. Anyway, I guess I was a little bit wrong in what I said there on Monday in that video. So I apologize for that. So I'm going to dream up a new system, and what I'm going to do is attach it to the stone somehow, so it's not in the grass and not in their way, and I'm going to put my flag back up. But that won't be for a while. That might be a winter project, but I'll have to get some. I'll have to figure out what kind of stuff to use and how to attach it and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know, that veteran stone what it's really made out of. I don't know if I could drill into it and put anchors in it or not, but I kind of think it's something that you can't drill into. Anyway, there we are. So, and I'm sorry if I annoyed anybody about that video, but I was kind of upset that day, so, and that's the way it goes. Now, I want to show you something here that I made years ago, and I don't seem to use it as much as I used to, but it was a handy tool for putting wood into your fireplace when it's hot. Now, if I can get you set up here somewhere, let's see if I can get you set up here, maybe. Maybe over here might be better. Yeah, right there. So I'm going to try and put a little bit of zoom on here, and there. So my fireplace is kind of deep. It probably would take a 26-inch long piece. So what I have done in the past, or what I used to do, if I was putting a big piece and heavy, I guess you would say, like that. This one's not too bad, but anyway, I used to, it's just a nice bed of coals there now. I got this made at the welding shop, or a sheet metal shop, or whatever, and it's 1/16 plate. It's got two edges on it, and it's kind of concave in the center so that you can slide this in on top of your red hot coals, slide your wood in on top of this, hold the wood, and then slide this back out. And it works good. Like I say, I haven't used it a whole lot lately, but that way I can get the piece of wood right into where I want it and not burn my fingers. Now this isn't going to work for every fireplace. I guess a lot of fireplaces, you don't have that problem, but or you come up with different ways to do it. So now I'll grab it here. I'll hold on to the piece of wood. You won't be able to see it well, and then I'll just pull the metal out. Just like that. Anyway, I thought you'd be interested in seeing that. Some of you might think that's a good idea, and some of you may think that you don't need it, but that's the way it is. You can't make everybody happy. That's for sure. Anyway, that's just something I made up years ago. It was a great help at the time. It just doesn't seem to be. I don't seem to use it as much as I used to. Anyway, there's the fire going. So now we're still on Zoom again. Let's look at that. All right. All right, I guess I might as well get to. I'm going to forget something here today, that's for sure. I might as well get on to the stickers here. I get my studio light on. And I have watched some videos, and of course I can't remember. Anyway, we'll show you a few things here. Grampy's workshop. Grampy had a good video there on Friday. He had his tractor out, and he had to move his implements into his storage shed and put some implements on for winter use. So that's a good video to watch. Then we have orange is my new green. Luke, I got to get my camera turned again here. Oh, we seem to be down too far. And then we have Grampy's workshop again. And then we have Murphy mowers. And then we have Glenn's keeping busy. And Glenn is coming along with his castles and whatever he's building there. Well, he does a great job of doing that stuff. That's his creative mind, Glenn, yeah. We have Garden Tractor Boy. And I did watch that yesterday, Joseph. Or was it this morning? That might have been this morning. Yeah. Nice set of tires on that 61 Bose Rider-Matic. Yeah, I like that. And we have in the backyard with Dell, Oda Bob, and the Garden Tractor Boy again. GBO, Mr. Gary, and the old church 5-acre homestead. Kenny, Open Air Adventure. Dave, RCAF Polar Express, had his first snow removal video for 2024-25 winter. Didn't get a lot, but he got her all cleaned up. And Maintenance with Mike, he had a video on his new snowplow that he put on his new Coyote K9 side-by-side, I think. And then we have Lewis Motors and Boats. Retired for life with Brian. Rick and Donita and Rosie at Rick's Outdoors. Rick was doing some bundle wood wrapping there. He's got a bundle working machine from Wolfridge. It's just a basic thing to do. You put your wood in and wrap it, and it's quite a little tool. And then we have Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood, and this fella. Yeah, well, this fella. Rick at Twin Brook Acres was another video today on him using his nice Massey Ferguson tractor in the woods with the backhoe, digging himself a ditch. He's got water troubles there. So everyday projects with Craig, Gravely Man, small engine repair. Already had his oh boy, I'm going to get this wrong now. I forgot. C8, a 1973 two-wheel tractor out, and he had one of these on the front of it. This is the brush mower, I think he calls it. And he was chewing up the rest of the leaves and the walnuts. Well, it does a great job of doing that. Artie's the man to go to if you got one of these tractors. He's got the knowledge for you if you need information. And outdoors in the 608, Jeremiah had a nice video there this morning on how he splits up his oak and how he gets it into his buildings there and gets it stacked right to the ceiling. It's 10 feet tall, the ceiling. Good thing there. Tucker and I out and about. Todd Raven's got another video of the sailboat travels, but I didn't see it yet. Big Sons, he had a video there on, well, yeah, he had trouble with his carburetor in one of his machines there. The butterfly fell out. and part of the plastic part that held the butterfly was gone. So that could be gone into the engine. Hopefully not. Anyway, hopefully he finds it. But apparently the engine still runs, so it's just a matter of figuring out where that piece went. Allen Family Firewood. What did they do? Oh, they were taking down their bundlewood stands. Oh yes, they had a kind of an end of the year review on their bundlewood sales and how each stand did and where they're going to improve, and they're going to put in more stands I think next year, and it's obviously more money in bundlewood than firewood. So it was a good video that I said to them to hopefully they can do another video the same as it again next year and see the differences. Logfather is still at the wood. He's cutting and splitting there, and he was in the snow he was doing it. So I think it was yesterday or the day before, I forget now. And Darrell Wells, different stuff. And father and son outdoors. The Bradleys on Catbird Hill. Gator. Check out Gator's World on YouTube. Gator has got his window, the back window, in the limousine. So that job is kind of pretty well buttoned up. He's happy that he's got that in. Ross on the land, he had a video on snow removal also here this week, and how things worked and how what he does with the tractor and things like that, and how he goes out the driveway and which way he blows the snow, and depending on which way the wind is and all that kind of stuff. So good video there. Larry Cluck outdoors, and then so I'm sorry, Alan, I kind of got you blocked off here with my Kindle on. And Club Dora. And of course over here we have Tractor Talk with Gary. Gary had a video out today on an estate sale, and all equipment was up for sale. And nice equipment that was used on the farm, and it just all looked like brand new. Yeah, so there's a part 2 coming on that, on the sale. So great video, Gary. So this is Gary's sticker. Oh, you got a great sticker. When you see them in person, that's quite a thing. And we have our Gary approved smoke coming out that I put on here just for a little special effect. Anyway, there we are. I don't know how long this video is going to be, so it's probably too long like normal, so I'm going to cut her off right there at that. The snow that we are getting at the moment will not be enough for me to go out and clear. I don't expect. And as you could see by the forecast, by the time the January thaw is finished this week, there will be no snow here. So that's that. All right. Have a great day wherever you're at and whatever you're doing. I'm sure I forgot something. I'll try and include it through the week if I do a video, and maybe include it next Sunday. And we are getting closer and closer to Christmas Day. It's as quick as that. All right. Goodbye now. So I'm back. I did forget something, and I want to mention it. I was going to mention it, and then I forgot, of course. Anyway, thanks a lot for all the new subscribers here in the last week or so. I think I gained around 10 subscribers the last week. That's great. Thanks very much for subscribing. And of course, thanks very much to the people who have subscribed. Hopefully you all enjoy what I'm doing here. I'm just having fun. My my videos aren't professional by any means. I'm just having fun. So thanks again, and we'll see you again. Thanks. Bye.